they obviously feel really strongly about this, and they feel like they can't trust 𝙆 or ADOR anymore. And it's just gross. Like, she's so young.
Like, I just feel like there's more to it. Like, as if it was planned to be that way.
What do you gain from treating your artists like shit? Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Nat.
I'm Amanda.
And we are K-Junkies.
Yay!
And we are sorry for the 2 weeks that we missed episodes.
Look. The end of the year, I say this all the time. The end of the year gets really rough, okay?
It does.
There's just so much happening. Like December, I literally can't breathe. I'm surprised this episode will even be out.
Honestly, though, I realized that, like, when we do have episodes planned, it's like, oh, little things happen here and there. But, like, these 2 weeks that we didn't have an episode, everything decided to happen.
No, literally, the world hates us.
Like, there's some crazy shit that's been happening in K-pop.
But not just that, like, the 2 weeks that we missed, a bunch of things came out.
A bunch of songs came out,
So many songs that we obviously are not going to react to.
Yes, we will talk about them in the K Monthly. So for those songs that you will not see us react to, we will talk about them because unfortunately, we're not going to just shove them all in this episode. We do have 2 reactions for this episode, so you will see that at least. But let's get into the craziness that has been K-pop in these past couple of weeks that we missed. All right, so where to even begin? Let's just start with something I feel like a little simple. So as we saw, the Boyz did leave IST Entertainment, and the talk basically was, will they be able to keep their trademark name, the Boyz? And at first, there was some reports that made it sound like, no, they lost it. And they were gonna have to be a new name, which is like, okay, we've seen that happen before with other groups. So it's like, as long as they continue as, you know, together as a group. But in fact, 100 did agree to a settlement with IST for the trademark. So the Boyz will be the Boyz.
The Boyz.
Not the new boys.
The Boyz.
Not men's.
Not men's.
I'm happy for them and I'm happy for the fans because that is something hard to go through, you know?
I know.
As a beauty.
I know very well.
Cube. But at least they settled with IST and 100. So
good for them.
That's like good news.
Yeah.
That's like
that is great.
The sliver of good news we got going on amongst the hodgepodge of like what the fuck is going on.
I'm curious to see how active they'll be in another company.
100,
too.
yeah. I mean, that company is raking in all the people. They're coming out with a Christmas song that has the company.
Boys missed the Christmas song.
I know, right? But they have like Bad Villain, 𝐕𝐵𝐺, They have technically like Baekhyun's company, so they have CBX.
Mm-hmm.
They have Lee Moo-jin. Like, I don't know, they're kind of slaying right now. Coming up to the top of companies.
Crazy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do you notice how they like pick up a lot of like people who leave
their companies?
So like,
here, just come here.
Like 𝐕𝐵𝐺, CBX, Taemin, and the Boyz. Like,
yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Maybe it's like their brand. They're just
like
here. Hey, come here.
We'll house you.
Well, luckily for them, a lot of groups have left their companies, which we're going to into that right now.
Imagine if the next groups that we're talking about go to that company.
That'd be crazy. So obviously the biggest thing, NewJeans has left ADOR. They were like, that's it. We give you the 14 days. You did not meet our criteria and we are gone. And because of that, it seems that they don't have to pay contract penalties, which is crazy. I feel like they meticulously
they knew what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing. Crazy. They, were not satisfied. They were not happy. A lot of people, I've seen some opinions being like, no, they should stay, like they're ruining their careers. They obviously feel really strongly about this and they feel like they can't trust 𝙆 or ADOR anymore. But they're still continuing with schedules.
Yeah.
So
I personally think they'd be fine no matter what company they're under because of they've made such an impact as the group themselves. Like, the company's not what's important, it's the group themselves.
Yeah. I believe they might have to try to figure out how to keep the NewJeans name, if I'm not mistaken.
The next step.
Because, obviously these companies trademark the names. So that'll be the next step for them. I'm hoping that it doesn't hurt their popularity too much, that they did leave that company. And like, it's going to be a rough path, I feel like, for NewJeans. But I feel like as long as it's the 5 of them together, they could hopefully get through
I think they know what road they're taking. They're not just doing it impulsively. They clearly knew what to look into in their contract to kind of like use against the company to basically beat them in this battle. So I think they know how hard it's gonna be.
Like you said, I feel like they look like they know what they're doing. So we'll see what happens with NewJeans leaving ADOR. We also had Promise 9 finally leaving PLEDIS, which honestly, I feel like it was about time because PLEDIS/HYBE was just not treating them
I see a pattern, huh?
with respect.
Do we see a pattern here?
They were doing Promise 9 so dirty. And it's crazy because Promise 9 has been getting popular. Like Supersonic did really well, as well as their other past releases under PLEDIS. So I just don't understand.
I mean, if we're being real, they started being super ignored the moment PLEDIS got acquired by HYBE.
PLEDIS has always been a little iffy with
the
girl groups in
groups.
general.
Yes, I know.
They have terrible luck with girl
They were
groups.
pretty consistent in the beginning/middle of their career.
Yeah.
Like
again, like they did really well. Like Supersonic charted really well.
Yeah.
For 2024. So I'm just like, I don't know. And it seems like they might be disbanding. I'm not sure. They're releasing a song, you know, like, I don't know if it's a final song or if it's like we'll be back soon, but like it might take a bit. I don't know. Like it's hard to read where Promise 9 is going, like if they're disbanding or not. So I guess we'll see with that. But again, PLEDIS did not deserve.
I mean, we'll see. Like honestly, regardless of if they would have stayed in HYBE or left, they would be missing in action regardless.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's regardless of
it doesn't matter.
Regardless of the outcome, it's good they left PLEDIS/HYBE because they just did not deserve a talented group like Promise 9. We also had Loossemble leave CDT, which I was super shocked. Did not see that coming at all. I think everyone was
anyone
shocked.
saw that coming. No one knew. And I guess they had this really short contract or whatever.
Yeah, like a year. A lot of people have been complaining about CDT, like the stands, orbits, and like clues, because there was just things that CDT would do that's like, and then people think that they like don't have enough money to run Loossemble anymore. Because they originally had trademarked a boy group name and then they gave up that trademark. So people think that they just didn't have the funds to run Loossemble and give Loossemble high quality stuff. Mind you, the 3 releases they had were high quality. Like they had 3 great title tracks. They had, to me, like their album content was fucking great. So I don't know. I'm just really surprised, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Loossemble because I really don't think they would just throw away Loossemble like that.
I don't think so either.
We have a fucking light stick.
Considering how much K-pop has evolved in the sense of like groups leaving companies does not mean to spam it anymore. So I don't know why everyone was like, oh my God, we lost 3 girl groups. I'm like, can you relax for a second? No, we didn't. I think there's a plan.
I hope so.
Because with the whole Luna lore and
the Luna lore,
there's girls over here and there's girls over here and they're supposed to come together at some point. Like, I just feel like there's more to it. Like as if it was planned to be that
way. A lot
of
people think that they might go to Mod House.
That's what I think.
Artemis isn't. I think that would be the best case scenario, but that they should stay as Loossemble.
Yes.
And Artemis. And then when they release like OT12 Luna, it's them together with Eve and Chu.
Yeah.
So I think Loossemble should still be Loossemble because I feel like they did shine a lot.
I agree.
Separately. And it made you appreciate Loossemble more. I mean, we saw them in concert here. So I'm just like, I need them back or I'm going to throw a fit because TTYL is one of the best songs this year.
It really was.
So I don't know what's going to happen with Loossemble, but the girl group that we did lose, though, was Cignature. Cignature did announce disbandment after 4 years. And
wow, only 4 years.
And I feel like C9 just kind of gave up on them at some point. Their career was crazy because they had like pretty decent promo in the beginning with like Nunana, Asa. Like there was a lot going on. And then I think they felt like kind of got ignored. And then they got brought back because G1 got popular for like kind of the wrong reasons.
Yes.
So then they were, I feel like, trying to utilize them. But I just don't think the girls maybe were 100% comfortable. Like, one of them literally like went back to the US, like Chloe. She was just like in a fan sign, like, I'm going back home. So that kind of, they started promoting without her and then it just, I saw it coming. I mean, Belle's also in Eunice right now. And I feel like Eunice is doing better. I don't know if Eunice is a permanent group or not. I don't think so, but I have no idea. So I don't follow them like that. But that is a girl group we did lose.
Yeah.
So thank you, Cignature, for your quirky service to K-pop.
Your quirky service
to Nugu K-pop. You deserved better, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough. All right, so moving on to like 2 really big things that have happened. The first thing we're going to talk about is Gaeun from limelight / MADEIN, which super just shocking and disturbing. So she reported that she was sexually abused by the CEO of 143 Entertainment. Kind of what it said in the report, some sort, or like document, was that she just wanted to finish this promo, or like at least finish the promo and then leave the group.
Yeah.
And then the CEO basically like asked, oh, like, can I kiss you? And will you become my girlfriend for a day? And then basically just forced her to like do things she didn't want to do, and like wanted to touch her and all that stuff. And I don't know, it's just crazy because Gaeun is so, like, she's young. She's one of the first trainees in that company. And it's just like, it was crazy. Like I saw that and I'm like, oh my God, like what kind of started the suspicion was that she had like removed MADEIN from her Instagram bio, and she had like unfollowed MADEIN and unfollowed 143. So people were like, oh, maybe it's just an Instagram cleanse. But I was like, I don't know, it's kind of suspicious. And she was on hiatus.
Yeah.
They had announced that she went on hiatus, and then all of this came out. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, because I remember when the Instagram thing came out, I was like, oh, maybe she'll just leave the group for whatever reasoning, but maybe health issues or something. But man, I was not expecting all that, which made me really sad because she's like super cute.
Yeah, we got to see them at KCON.
Because at KCON, she was actually the one I liked the most. Out of Limelight. So because she was super adorable.
Cute, yeah. We got like front like barricade.
Yeah, and I was like, I really like her.
Yeah.
So I'm like really sad about it.
Yeah, like, it's just gross.
I want to protect her.
And like I don't understand, like I don't understand these companies, like especially with girl groups. Like obviously the boy trainees get abused too. We saw that with 𝐵𝐸𝐿. But like I feel like with females, it's just they just take advantage of them, and they're like, oh, you want this, like you want to be an idol, so I'm gonna take advantage of you. And it's just gross. Like she's so young, and the CEO is obviously much older. So obviously fans are boycotting MADEIN. They want nothing to do with the songs, and they want the guy to step down. Unfortunately, she left the group.
Yeah.
And they already edited all the pictures to OT6, which is awful. So it makes you feel bad for the girls too. Like the girls in MADEIN. Like they finally get to debut and then all this shit happens. They even went to an event recently as OT6, which, you know, fan sites were still there. People still promoting them. And it's just like, but I've been seeing that Yeso has been liking things on Weverse, talking about OT7. And Gaeun did recently like Mashiro's picture. So I feel like the girls are trying to, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I definitely think that they still, like the girls themselves probably still want to be OT7, but it's just,
of course,
it's just a tough situation.
They might not have known that was happening, and to learn that was happening to your member, especially such a young member, like,
it's just awful.
I'd feel awful.
Yeah. So I hope that they burn. I really hope they kick the guy out, or like, I don't know. I would hate to like support a group but they're still under that company and that happened to them, you know, like it just feels weird.
The crappy part is that that probably happens so often to groups that we have no idea that was happening to. We've obviously been supporting them, but like that's just like, unfortunately, so normalized
K-pop
within the industry. Like,
and it doesn't change. Like you think,
no, like we just know about it more now because they're speaking up about it. But
which is great.
This has been happening forever.
Yeah, like I'm glad the female idols specifically have been speaking out a lot. Like
good,
NewJeans, Luna, Gaeun, like the former 50/50 members, like all those girls have been speaking up, which they should, because this is just like, again, always a double standard too in the sense with female idols. Which another big one besides Gaeun that was shocking, this one was like, whoa, straight out of left field. KG from VCHA announcing that she's suing JYP and she's leaving VCHA due to abuse and just like the members self-harming. And she even mentioned that one of the members attempted suicide by trying to drink 42 NyQuil pills.
That's crazy. My God.
And just mistreatment, like them encouraging eating disorders, saying eating disorders are normal. The staff being like, you know, because a lot of them are not Korean in VCHA. Obviously, they're like a global girl group, but the staff being rude to them, not treating them with respect. And she even mentioned also in the documents that they were being paid $500 weekly. And they were being forced to stay in a $2.5 million house, which created a $500,000 trainee debt for probably a house they didn't really need. Like, that crazy.
Yeah.
And that apparently there was also undisclosed cameras that monitored the members' private lives, leading to strict control over their movements, diets, and communications.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't read that part.
So a lot of other stuff, just like overtime and abuse. And the thing is that they're very young, the girls of VCHA. And technically, I think they're maybe half California. I don't know what the company, because I don't think they're 100% JYP, you know what I'm saying? They might
like
be
there's
owned.
like a US branch.
Yeah, so I
whatever.
feel like the child labor laws might fuck up JYP in that sense, because it's different in California, like the laws. But just crazy shit. I was super shocked and honestly like disappointed and disgusted, and
It's just like, again, because like we literally just talked about the industry and I just don't understand.
I don't get it.
After all this time, like it has not changed, because like this is stuff that we used to see all the time as K-pop fans, like especially with the underrated groups. They're from smaller companies, so I feel like the management is even worse, and they take advantage of the members because they feel like they can, and it's like, oh, this is your only chance to be an idol.
Right.
You can't make it in a bigger company. I keep specifically thinking about Mr.
Right. They went
because,
through like physical abuse.
They were going through physical abuse. A lot of idols go through physical abuse. And it's just like it's always been that way, and I just don't get it, especially like the culture over there. I feel like reacting in a physical way to discipline is kind of like normal in Korea for whatever reasoning.
I mean, it's kind of like normal in Hispanic households.
That's like
too.
your kid though, like bao bao, like you did something wrong, I'm gonna give you a little slap.
Oh, but you mean like in industry,
but like
like
for
to people that are not your children.
adults, like who are like your higher ups, to be like throwing things at you and hitting you because you did something they didn't like, or just like for dumb things.
Right.
Like that's just weird to me. Weird behavior.
Yeah. No, and I just what I don't understand is having a whole like audition process and getting these girls and being like, you're gonna have this, and then just treating them like garbage. What do you gain from treating your artists like shit? Like and like from JYP, you know, like obviously these big companies are abusive. Like that's just because they're like big and their artists are like teehee sometimes, like they look happy
and
or whatever.
There's like different departments.
Yes, there's different departments. Exactly.
Within companies that manage different artists.
Yes.
But regardless,
it's if you're gonna have a global girl group,
why are they racist?
Why are they being why are they
first of all
being rude to the
that
girls?
Doesn't make sense to me. Like, hey, we're gonna have
this
this global girl group, it's not gonna have like Koreans.
Yeah.
Like, why would you like, treat
I think
them
Kaylee
that way?
might be Korean.
But like that's
or like
weird.
half or something.
Like,
but
right? That makes no sense.
It just it's honestly like crazy. Like I feel so bad for the girls because again they're all very young. The leader's like 19 or something. So I can't imagine like for someone like KG, like seeing your members self-harming and stuff like that. Like that sounds traumatizing.
It's just crazy for these trainees to go through all that, like you said, the training and the auditions and being chosen, and there's so much that goes into the actual trainee process, being a trainee picked into a group and whatever, to go through all that, like making them feel like they made it. And then you're like, man, you went through all that just for it to be basically stripped away from you in a sense.
Like, no, and it sucks because I'm sure they were like happy, you know,
like
exactly. Their dreams. Imagine you make it into JYP as a global girl group, because K-pop is not really like audition wise. You don't see a lot of foreigners that are not Asian in a K-pop group. You know, now we have like Cat's Eye and stuff like that. So VCHA was, and they even announced plans for VCHA next year. They're like, oh, VCHA's gonna come back.
I don't know,
but
now.
like I don't know now. Like what's, you know, like you don't want those girls in that type of environment. So I don't know what JYP is gonna do. They kind of gave an answer, but it didn't really seem like a concrete answer. So I'm just curious of what's gonna happen with that, and I hope that the girls are okay, because that's just like honestly kind of crazy that a lot of things have been happening to these girl groups, like specifically in terms of sexual abuse or like abuse and self-harm. So it's just like sad. It sucks as K-pop fans too, because we love K-pop, we love listening, we love supporting, but it's like, damn, like,
but it's really been a year.
Industry's so toxic,
veiling like
Yeah.
what's happening behind.
Yeah. That's why even right now with Korea, what's going on with the president, we have a friend that lives in Korea. So the whole martial law thing, we were like, oh my God, are you okay? And then now people are protesting for him to be impeached. And you see some idols speaking up about it, like Haeju and Eve from Luna and the Stacey girls as well.
Stacey too, yeah.
Which is
and
great.
Purple Kiss.
Yes, Purple Kiss. Like they're
Probably
speaking
others
up
as well.
about impeaching, and the fans are getting together for that. Like Korea is going through something right now, and the female universities. That's also a big thing that they're trying to make them co-ed, and obviously the females are not happy about that because women in Korea just get treated so wrong. So a lot's going on. 2024 is ending pretty crazy, but I just hope that all these idols that we talked about and everyone else they're okay, and hopefully they can get out of whatever terrible situation that they're in right now. So all right, so moving on to reactions. What are we going to react to first?
So we're going to react to Twice with Strategy featuring Megan Thee Stallion.
Wow. Very interesting collab.
You know what? I didn't think it was for the title track originally.
Yeah, you thought it was
like,
just like a B-side. No,
Yeah.
it's the title track. But honestly, like after like Chaeyoung's like rap in Moonlight Sunrise, where she kind of was given Megan, like
She
I'm
really-
like maybe this was like a long time coming.
I actually heard the song in passing already, but I really don't remember. I just remember there was a lot going on.
I haven't heard anything about it.
I didn't remember a thing, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay, it's still like a first listen to.
Yeah.
Is that Miss Chaeyoung? With her tattoos?
Yeah, I'm like, I would think so.
For sure.
No?
Oh, it's Megan Thee Stallion.
Sorry. It's so random.
Chaeyoung looks good.
She does. I like her hair.
Not her in the colorful
the
trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jihyo always be looking just too good. Baby. Hey.
She dropped it low. Oh God, here we go.
This move is the only thing that
the most
throws me
unattractive
off.
dance move I've seen all year.
Like we saw the challenge before this, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, because JYP overposts
They do.
reels, and it's all I see.
God, Jihyo, like the woman she's become.
Yeah,
To be honest,
she's
with
always
you.
been a woman.
I mean, yes,
and I
but
was there
like-
first. I don't care what anyone says.
I was there first.
I saw her first. I was
Winning
it
is my
I was like,
trademark.
it's your what now?
It's my trademark. Oh, here we go. Hey. She's so pretty. This though, I honestly am glad. I'm glad like she's in the shot with them, because I hate when they do collabs but they're not in the shot.
Yeah.
Like it feels real, you know.
Oh, this is an outfit choice. With the beanie.
The shot with Megan and Jihyo next to her was pretty powerful.
Jihyo's hair.
Just that move is the only thing that takes me, and the kick.
The kick is so weird because it's like slow. It kind of like bothers me. Oh, it's a heart.
Oh, the freaking like pages flipping.
Yes.
Where's Megan?
Okay. Oh,
there she is.
Damn.
All right, so that was Strategy. I liked it. I thought it was a good song.
It was fine.
Like I don't have any qualm. The only qualm I have is the dance, like that
I
part
hate the
where
dance.
they're doing this.
I haven't liked a Twice dance in a very long time.
This part just takes me out.
That is just,
And the kick, there's just something like
it was giving nothing.
It's just that one part that really just gives me like I feel like it doesn't make sense.
It's bad.
But other than like that choreography, I felt like the song was fun, and I feel like, you know, Megan's rap I feel like was fine. Like it wasn't like, I didn't feel like it was like, oh.
The song is just like a song for me. It's not, I wasn't like blown
No,
away.
of course
I
not,
have not been blown away by a Twice song since I Can't Stop Me.
Like I Can't Stop Me was
Like they just,
something.
they peaked with that song, and they've never been able to recreate it.
Yeah, like I just like to listen to Twice like in passing at this point, like
Yeah.
One Spark and Talk That Talk or whatever. So I'll probably vibe with this regardless, but I thought it was like at least a decent comeback. So I'm honestly just glad that they're still around and that they're very active, because this is like what they're 18th, 14th.
No, 14th. Oh my God.
Their 14th mini
not
album.
18th.
Well,
Not
they're about to get there soon.
They'll get there in like 2 months.
They
you
will
know?
definitely.
Okay, moving on to some sad stuff. Rosé released a music video for Toxic Till the End, which from what I heard, that whole album is extremely like
it's like heartbreaking,
and
then you get apatu. She's obviously had an amazing, I feel like, solo comeback with Apatu with Bruno Mars, and then she had Number One Girl, which I really like that song, and then this song as well. I already heard the album, so I've heard this song a couple of times. So I know the song, I don't know the video, but I personally really like this album or like vibe that she's going with.
Yeah.
It gives me like, it reminds me of Olivia Rodrigo-ish, like in terms of heartbreak, I guess. So that's probably why I dig it, because I like Olivia Rodrigo as well.
Not the style.
No, not the style.
All.
It's not as rock heavy as Olivia is, but it's just like sad girl music. And like, I don't know, like I'm not a sad girl because I'm married and happy, but like there's just something about sad girl music that I like. So let's get to some sad girl music. Rosé's also my bias too, so this is like even like a big,
by the way,
bigger plus for me. And there's something about her accent and her vocal tone I feel like has gotten like her vocals have gotten so much better. I feel like her being a soloist. All right, what toxic things is he gonna do? Or both of them apparently, according with the song.
Oh really?
They were both toxic in their own ways.
What the hell was he saying?
He's lost, Amanda.
The way she was looking at him, exactly how I feel. The fuck you saying?
Would not get a random guy in my car.
Absolutely not. I don't care if you have pink hair.
She's so pretty though. Oh,
damn.
Period.
Rude.
So I don't know. I want to know the tea about this album though.
Oh, everyone's trying to figure it out.
Oh.
Whoa.
I know everyone's like playing like who's she talking about in this album? Oh Jesus. Hey, he got messed up from that skateboard, right? Oh. Yeah, the second you cover with that cast, it's like
Girl, what happened?
This is like pop radio goodness, I feel, this song. Damn, he broke her car. Some people thought she was referencing her Coachella outfit in this scene, which is very interesting.
Well, people were talking about...
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't Coachella that she was having that.
The tour.
It was the tour.
But then they go back together every time.
He is all fucked up.
Yeah, because it's like how she's like, I don't want to see your face, but then it means I want to see it again.
Oh,
girl. We were toxic till the end. She makes some catchy ass fucking songs, let me tell you. Because Number One Girl gets stuck in my head, and now this song gets stuck in my head.
I feel like she just needed to work on her own. I know she's technically part of the Black label, but obviously she has very heavy hand in her own music.
Because I feel like On the Ground, I wouldn't say it wasn't like 100% her style, but it didn't feel genuine like Gone. That's why I really liked Gone. I felt like Gone felt more like her, so that's why I enjoyed Gone a lot more than On the Ground. And I liked Hard to Love too. That's like kind of poppy. I mean, it's in the Blackpink album, but I feel like this is definitely like, you can see it's genuinely
for
Rosé.
sure.
It's good shit. I got like 2 vinyls coming. I'm very excited. So let's wrap up our podcast with our throwback song for Tuesday.
In honor of Spotify Wrapped, I'm going to recommend my number 4 song, which for some reason was Paradise by Infinite.
Period.
So I'm just going to recommend that because, man, Paradise is just that
It's that bitch.
Even though, like, I'm like a B mine enthusiast, like, that is like my top Infinite song. Nothing will ever top her. There's something about Paradise and the and you know, and even Infinite themselves know that because Dongwoo was making jokes about that song.
He was on TikTok. He was.
And a song is a banger. So
I agree.
Paradise.
It's I think it was the first Infinite song that I was like, wow. All right. Well, I guess bouncing off of like great boy groups that still deserves a lot of love.
Yes.
From this generation, I'm going to recommend Teen Tops to you. I feel like that's one of their best title tracks. Like, along with other many great title tracks they've had, I feel like that one's kind of timeless. pretty. Because T-Top has some title tracks where you're like, I wouldn't necessarily like play this again like now.
I would.
Yeah, we would, but
Oh.
I feel like To You has a timeless sound to it, and it's just great. The dance was great. It was a great moment to like follow.
I mean, it had like a resurfacing.
It did. They did like a 2020 something version. I forgot like when it like 2022.
Teen Top.
But they're just
Revolutionary.
very talented, and that song I feel like is just
Good
up
stuff.
there. Good stuff. So Infinite and Teen Top. There ain't nobody like that anymore. No,
No. They were the crazy dancing groups.
They were peak. All right, so that wraps up our Talk That Tuesday. Thank you guys for listening, and we hope that you guys enjoyed. Let us know any of your thoughts about the reactions or the topics that we did talk about, or our song recommendations.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you are staying updated with our future episodes and any other videos that we might put out. This month is gonna be slow. I'm not even like, I don't know when K Monthly will come out. Don't talk to me. But yeah, subscribe and follow us on Instagram and TikTok, which is @k.junkies.
Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Bye.